Hold on a second. Let me fix you up so I can see you. All righty, guys. As promised, I'm going to log in here, and then Sweet Lips and I will join you. We know you've been waiting.
Yeah, you've been waiting. We're gonna join you. We're gonna be brief.
And if
This
you
time we're gonna go. We're like, okay, good night. That's it.
and whatever my brother say goes. So I don't know if he said one twice, it's over. It's over now. We're coming down to the end, guy. We're winding down on Unity and hold on a second. Hold on. How are you guys feeling about marriage? Does anybody change their minds? Or is everybody sitting on Sweet Lips corner saying, "Ah, nah, not me, not me. It's not me." I'm gonna turn this up a little bit more so that you guys make sure that you can be able to go into the YouTube. Guys, hold on 1 second.
I'm live in action.
There you go. You said you're live and in action.
Hold up. Why I only see you?
Because I don't know. I can't.
Why you got
Because
this star?
yeah. You don't have to be a star, baby, to be in my show. Oh my God, guys, do you hear him just giving me the blues?
Guys, pretty soon on YouTube, Sweet Bliss is coming to you live. We gonna make that work.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it to where he can actually click in because, like I said, for some reason, everybody's reached on the mobile device, and I just don't know the reason why. I don't make these things up. They just happen.
Yeah, we'll get there sooner or later. We just letting y'all know.
We'll work on it. We are going to work on that tomorrow.
Low budget. You know, we on a low budget.
Tomorrow we're gonna work on how I can you possibly can hit the join button. But we're not going to do it right now because, if we try to do it right now, you'll be all confused and discombobulated. And so we will do a trial one tomorrow. And that way...
Because I don't even know what the join button is.
It's there.
I'm lost, fans. She just be telling me stuff that... I ain't into this technology thing. Sweet Lips is coming along slowly but surely.
But you said she always trying something new.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, we are back on the marriages, staying in this marriage for better or for worse.
That's right. Now, next topic gonna be if you don't want to get married, you ain't got to.
Yeah, if you don't want to get married right now, you don't have to. But I still believe that when this starts again, when we come into our new kingdom, everybody's going to be married.
Oh, that was my thing. Oh, okay.
Hey, you guys, stop secretly calling my brother.
That's what that was a.
You don't need to say who it was. I'm just giving them a hard time. You guys stop calling my brother. Leave him alone. He said he don't want to get married. So if you're looking for marriage, you sure calling the wrong one.
You think?
You are calling the wrong one. You looking for marriage?
Yo, hold on. I'm have to take this.
Yes, go step out.
Yeah.
Go step out. The Sweet Lips have to pardon himself for a moment. Guys, guess what? Sweet Lips became a grandpa yesterday. Yes, he has another granddaughter. Yes. So exciting. I'll tell you. Being a grandma or grandpa is so I don't know, it's so exciting, but thank God I don't have to go through that no time soon. I just can't see my granddaughter doing anything as far as children wise, and thank God she's still young, so she doesn't need all that right now. And not that I'm dictating her life, but I am. She doesn't need that right now. Yes, I'm one of those grandmas that um, will sit there and be like, no, 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 honey, not now, not now. Well, she's only 20, so she still has a lot of life ahead of her. So, and she needs to go and enjoy every moment of it. So, that's my take on it. But guys, we are going to go ahead and I don't know, wait for Sweet Lips. I don't need to wait for him. You guys know the routine. This is just our opinion. We're not experts, but we did get our degree there in the Bronx. So that's my inside joke, okay? But this is just our opinion, and you are entitled to yours, and we are entitled to ours. And all we're trying to do is let people know that, hey, you know, for better, for worse, is what is being said. And when you enter into a marriage, you are doing it, believe it or not, before the Lord. That's real talk. That's real talk right there. You are doing it before the Lord. Okay, so do not say that in front of the Most High that you are taking this vow to love this person forever, and as soon as he or she messes up, you are heading for the door. We have to change that narrative. We have to change that narrative. No more of these little 3-minute marriages. No more. No more. We can't be doing that. We just cannot be doing that. And with that being said, okay, let me give you a scripture, okay? God promises to unite couples in love and commitment. Therefore, what God has joined together, let no one separate. And that's Mark 10, verse 9. Okay? Mark 10, verse 9. Don't let nobody separate you from the person that you give your heart, mind, body, and soul to. Okay? Now, here's a prayer for unity. Dear Lord, help us to be united in love and purpose, to stand together in times of joy and sorrow, and to support each other always. And that is so important, the support of one another. Make sure that you are supporting your mate. You are supporting the person that you said I do to for the rest of your life until death do you apart. And that don't mean you go kapow nobody. Let that be natural causes. Okay? We're just keeping it real. Guys, let me just explain. I need to keep explaining this so that people will not get the two shows mixed up. When I come on early, like I did earlier, that is to do my reading, and that is to share my scriptures. And when I come on in the evening with those sweet lips, YouTube, you can't see him, but you can hear him.
That you can hear me. Hear this beautiful voice. I hear you. See, there you go. There you go.
Somebody come and get him. But when we come here, it's down to the nitty gritty. It is the truth. We talking about it. We're bringing light to the subject. And anyways, we are moving in a direction. We are speaking about the marriages, because those are in the relationship.
You got a stalker. You got
a butterfly. And she could have called me when she got off of work. And here it is, 10 o'clock.
Why butterfly didn't come in on it? Let her come in. Let's say hi to the people.
No, they don't need to
Well,
know my
Joy.
child. They may try to follow her and stalk her.
No, you got that point.
Hold on.
You 3, huh?
Guys, do excuse me for a second.
Yeah, see, this is live. This is real stuff happening. Y'all understand how
No, this is what happens when you have your child that likes to stalk you before she goes to bed. And this is just a normal routine for my daughter and I. Let me just send her a message that says,
Yeah, I'm gonna you send a message.
leave me alone.
Nah. You gotta say,
Oh
hey.
my goodness. Guys, hold on a second.
Live,
Let me
I'm
just.
live with your Uncle Sweet Lips. We taking care of business. We handling the people out there. We showing them some love. We giving them some nice nurturing of how to stay together in their marriage if you want to. But if you that's what you feel, that's what you do.
Guys, I am coming because let me just put this message in here. And I tell her I go on at 9. Okay, now let's get this rolling before she try to call every phone in that house. But let me tell you something, guys. You have to love your kids. I'm telling you. I just have one son, one daughter, and my daughter thinks that she's the mother, and sometimes I just have to stop and just acknowledge her and give her a, oh, okay, girl, you know what I mean? Because really, like, that's my baby, but you know, she's like my best friend. I tell you, I love her. Even though she calling me at 9, almost 10, and she know I go on at 9. So me and her gonna have a conversation about that come tomorrow. So
It's gonna be a brief one.
exactly, because she's the one to be like, oh, so you think you're grown? But like, yeah, I really do. Thank God. I tell you, you just have to love your kids, guys out there. Enjoy your children to the max. I'm telling you, enjoy them. Enjoy it. If you have, ones that you are really close to, I am telling you, it is such a joy. Like, I wouldn't know what to do if I didn't hear from her. And if she does not hear from me, she gonna call my husband's phone. She gonna call her brother's phone.
She gonna be at your house.
Yeah. She said she's not gonna join because she's in the bed naked.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Oh my God. Let me just tell her she could just listen. But anyhow, guys, so let's go on humility, okay? In a marriage, humility plays a crucial role in fostering mutual respect and understanding between partners. Each spouse should approach the relationship with a willingness to listen, learn, and grow. In that order. Really. In that order. Listen, learn, and grow. Because as we said yesterday, when everyone is whoop, 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 no one's listening, no one hears anything, we all come with flaws. We all have issues, some more than others. But when you enter into that marriage, I'm going to assume you already know what the issues are. And if you still take it one step further, then that just means that that's what you want, and you're saying that you are okay with that. Now, learn to grow, recognizing their own faults and shortcomings. Humility allows couples to communicate openly, resolve conflicts peacefully, and prioritize the needs and well-being of their partner. That listening part right there, that is something that we all fall short. Everyone falls short on that. I don't care who you are. And if you say that you listen perfectly, you're a liar.
Yep. Half the time I don't want to listen, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
I think when you get to that point that you don't want to listen, you have been in that. Let me tell you something. Let me just be honest, okay? If you have made it past 15 years, you don't have to listen if you don't want to. No. Shut them damn ears down. Because at that point, you done survived. You done took your stripes. You survived. Like, hey, listen, I done did all that is required, all that you were looking for in a wife, and I am telling you, year 16, I'm turning this off. And as a matter of fact, I'm gonna act like I can't see the kitchen. Like, I don't see nothing. I don't see anything. Okay.
That's understandable.
Because I think once you have made it past that 15 years with one person, through the ups and downs, the highs, the lows, the turmoils, the good times, no, you deserve to, at one point, to turn your ears off.
Well, it's funny because honestly, as a couple, y'all do it to each other. You really do. We doing it. It happens.
You really do. You really do. Yeah. You can love a person, but let me tell you something. When you have, oh, there is my beautiful little baby right there. Toya said, after 15 years, you better listen to me still. See, now here comes the other side of me, the controversial side of me. And
you know how that goes.
I'm telling you, in some instances, you can see like, oh yeah, that is sure her child. And then the other part, because she just typed, the ones that don't see on YouTube, but the ones that see on Facebook, she just said, after 15 years, you better listen to me still. After 15 years, I give you permission to turn those ears off. Even if you got to go to a doctor's appointment and say, I don't hear anything. You don't have to listen. So it's a difference between hearing me and listening to me. Right. You can hear what a person is saying. I'm not listening like, whatever the problem is, let's just discuss it. But if you're trying to drag that out, oh, no. I'm telling you right now. As a matter of fact, I'm going to give me a hearing aid tomorrow. No. I don't hear nothing. Now, gentleness. Gentleness in a marriage involves treating your spouse with kindness, tenderness, and compassion. It means being considerate of their feelings, showing empathy and support, and demonstrating care and affection in both words and actions. A gentle spirit creates a safe, nurturing environment where both partners can thrive and feel loved. That is so true. You have to treat them with kindness. I think from year one until you kick some dirt, you know what I mean? It should always be gentleness and kindness there, and show some type of compassion, huh?
Suppose you don't want to be gentle. Suppose you don't want to be kind.
Well,
suppose you just want to be a mean, old grump.
Well, if you just want to be a mean old grump, for those out there wanting to know, tell them about the Sweet Lips. This is your saying. This is your doing. Now, why would you want to be mean, grumpy? Well, some people just get grumpy. I think when you get older,
some get older, they get grumpy.
Yeah, you lose some type of senses. I do believe that because sometimes you can say something and then you go back and they swear they didn't hear you or they never said it. Latoya said, I think it depends on the situation. Yeah, I think so too. Now, affection and a gentle spirit. I think, to me, I'll say it again, affection is important, but you can overdo it. I'm just speaking for me.
Here we go.
You can overdo it with all that damn wanting to kiss and hug and stuff. Sometimes people just want to breathe without you breathing for them.
Jesus. Hey, look, I like the kissing and the hugging. I mean, I know sometimes it could be too much, but I take 95%. 95%. Give me 95. 95%.
Okay, so really, it just depends on. Oh, hello. Just one
Huh?
second so that I can read your, look on your YouTube and then you would see it. There's a comment there. Just one second so I can see your comment. After 5 years, sometime nothing changes. It still needs work. Yeah, well, that's why. Did you say? I'm going to do you one better.
Huh?
Because I said after 5 years, and that comment said 15 years. Well, if you look at your YouTube, you will see it that way. That's why I said look at your YouTube to turn into your YouTube so that you will be able to see the comments. Someone said, "Oh, Gorgeous Wales." Oh, that's a unique name. Said, Gorgeous Wales. After 15 years, sometimes nothing changes. Still needs work. We're Christians as well. Right. Yeah. Sometimes you know what. Yes, sometime after 15 years, and that's what we're saying, the listening, because,
Hold up. Okay, I missed something here.
No, if you look on your YouTube, I just said
after 15 years, what?
That sometimes you still need work. Sometimes a relationship, a marriage still needs work.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you can still need work, but that's why, I said that,
yeah, but after
do not
15,
really, I'm
work,
just
after 15 years. How much work? I mean, what? I mean, yeah. Whew. Lord, if I've been with somebody after 15 years, man, you better know me very well. And I'm gonna take it as you ain't paying attention.
Latoya said, when you are the one who has always been the bigger person, after a while you don't want to be that kind anymore. Right. And as far as after the 15 years, you still need work. I would say that if it still needs a lot of work after 15 years, that somewhere along the line, that something was missing. Someone did not catch something. And let me tell you, but what you're saying is also true, because I'm on year 35, and sometimes it feels like I'm on year 5. So I cannot dispute that. And that is why I said after 15 years, I'm going to just turn my ears off, because no, for real. At 35 years now
after 15
married.
years, I'm being honest, after 15 years, I don't care no more. That's too much.
No,
15 years?
Right, but I'm saying,
and we don't get each other and say, man, there's something wrong, man. Something wrong with that picture.
but something would be wrong with one or the other missed something. And let me tell you, because I would think after 35 years that Big Jerry would know me like a book. Like I know him like a book. And what Toy says there is true. When you are always the bigger person, then you get tired of being the bigger person. Like me, sometimes I just need my space. And if you come and ask me over and over, and you see that I'm trying to okay, later, I'm saying okay, later, because I believe in my heart I have done enough. And you should know where your socks are by now. By now, you should know where the tissue is. You should know if you look in the refrigerator and you don't see whatever it is that you're looking for, then that means it's not there. Don't come and ask me. Gorgeous Well said, oh, wow, 35, good for you. Yes, 35. And so there are times when you feel like you are going backwards. And this is the reason why I said that when you start coddling a person, and you know what I mean, and you give in to every whip and whine, it's almost as if you have a baby on your hands. And it's like, I don't want a baby.
Hold up. You messing up my business here. I like the coddling. Now you messing up my business.
No,
you know what I mean? You
some,
messing up my business.
no, some of that works, some of that, but you have to have when you just have your individual time. You know what I
trying
mean?
to put me out of business?
No, I ain't trying to put you out of business. Okay, let me just rephrase it. Let me just speak for myself. Let me just speak for myself. A needy ass man will get some mouth and lip action after a while, because at some point, like, you just cannot be that needy, man or woman.
Hold up. If you got a fine woman, you as needy as possible.
I'm a fine woman and I am not needy. Let me tell you something.
I'm saying, if you got a fine woman, you want to be so, man, you want to be so neat. Man, what?
Let me tell you something.
That's the reason why you pick that person to spend the rest of your life with, because you can need it like dough.
No. Everyone needs a space where it is yours, and for that 2 hours or 3 hours, you can do whatever it is you want to do without
15 minutes.
15 minutes.
15 minutes. Oh, you got 15.
Let me tell you something. Everybody needs that space where you can breathe on your own and you can do your own thing. Like, yeah, sometimes you're going to accommodate, like, oh, you want to watch a movie? Okay, let's watch a movie. But if every time you watch the movie, especially if someone has seen that movie already and you can't even get to the good part because they done told it, or you sitting there watching this good movie, like, for instance, I can be sitting there having a conversation with Jerry about one thing, and all of a sudden out of nowhere he brings up Trump and who did him wrong. It's like, how the hell did we just get the conversation is over. I am done.
You know what? I'm good for that, because
no.
I've been told a lot that I can bring up one conversation and then all of a sudden I jump into another one and I'm off that one. Then next time I jump into another one. It's like, okay, hold up. Can't you bring it back to the first one? It's like, oh, okay. I was trying to get everything all in that one. That's the problem.
No, see, that's tiresome. And that is a headache. That is a headache. So let me just backtrack on that. You're right. Sometimes even after 15 years, there's still something that somebody is not hearing. And like I said, somebody will miss something. And 9 times out of 10, it will be need be male or female. It is the whiner. It is the person that's doing the most whining, the person that requires a lot of attention.
See, I only require attention after 12.
Oh my Jesus. Gorgeous Will said, oh, you're telling the truth about the movie. He'll take you what's about to happen. He'll tell you what's about to happen. So I can't watch movies with him. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, it's just a kill. Or let me tell you something, whether I'm in the house or whether I'm at the movies, okay? I don't care what movie it is. I am telling you, in between that movie, I am going to sleep. I don't care how good. I can get up and catch the ending and know what that whole movie is about. This is what I get. Oh, so you really didn't want to watch them? Well, no! I was just tired. You should know me by now. I don't care. I am going to sleep during the movie. Like, I don't care. Inside or outside, I am going to sleep.
I'll doze off too. You're right. I'll doze off between some movies. Oh, yeah.
Or a lot of times, I am not even dozed off. You know, that comes to when I said you're allowed to shut somebody out. I don't shut you out. Like, sometimes I could be sitting here and have the headphones in, and then you got that music playing. It's so loud that you don't even hear me, and I be inside myself cracking up like, if you only really knew this shit is not on. I heard everything you said. I just refused to reply. Latoya said, in my young supple age of 41, I have learned some people in relationship listen to understand instead of listening to respond. That's true, because you know what? Sometime when you know your spouse, really, if you respond honestly, they take it the wrong way, and that can turn into an argument.
See, that's
So sometimes when you know your partner, and over the years, you should know, like, I know if I'm honest, then he's going to take that as I just insulted him. Because some people are very, very, they're just fragile in their feelings. You know what I
well,
mean? Some of them
yeah,
just wear their hearts on their sleeve.
you ain't got to worry about that if you had a whole harem.
Oh my Jesus.
Nothing to worry about.
But yeah, but you some you can tell. Oh my God, Toy said they're punks. But as soon as you just say something, it still comes down to it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Some men, some women, if you say something and they're the emotional type, then you always have to walk on pins and needles, and I don't think that's right.
Well,
I think you should be able to say what you say. You can say it in a tone that is, I don't know, depending on who you're with, caressing.
I agree. I agree, but you know what? You get if they're emotional type, you knew this before you got with them. See, that's the thing about it. You know who you get with.
Yeah, but it's a give and take. Gorgeous Wales said, I don't like it when things are done in secret. The spouse will make all the decisions. Gorgeous Wales, let me tell you on this. I done said this so many times, and I'm glad you done brought it up because I'm going to say it again. I don't care who you are, and I don't care who it is that you're married to. You should never lose your identity. You should never lose your voice. Even though the Bible says that the man is the head of the household and the woman is the helpmate, you are the head of the household and I'm going to help you. So if I don't help you, you're going to fall, right? So therefore, when you start making these decisions, then it needs to be a mutual joint decision making thing. Like,
what?
No, yeah, no, that, no, because like Ben Jerry will do that. He'll do something and then come to me later, like, well, why didn't you ask me?
But here's the thing, I agree with that to a point, because maybe in some relationship, some are better at making decisions than the other. So you just give them that. It's like, okay, what, you gonna do that because I have a tendency, you know, if you say I have a tendency of like, I keep making the wrong decision, so you go ahead and handle that. That's your department. You go ahead and do that. There's nothing wrong with that.
No, let me tell you what's wrong with that. What's wrong with it is that I can allow you to be, you know, you want to be the head of the household, and really, biblically speaking, the man is the head of the household. And that's fine. But when it comes down to making decisions, you need to come to me so that I can give my input. You can do what you want. Just ask me what I think. Ask me, what do you think about this? Do you think we need a new car? No, you don't just go and come driving up, you know, like the latest pimp, and then you lean back and you looking and you like the color, and I'm looking like, I don't like that color. Like, I would have not even picked that car. But if you include me on these decisions, you would still be allowed to lead, but ask me my opinion. Let me put my input. Do not act like my thoughts don't count.
I'm learning. So I know. So this way, you know, well, my honey dip turn around here and she put some bologna on that bread. You better ask me if I want some ham, because I may not want that bologna, because we put some bologna on that bread.
Somebody come and get my brother. Gorgeous Wells said there's no communication about the decision. When it comes to decision making, it should always be communication. There should be a communication.
You know what?
Ask me my opinion. You can do. I am going to allow you to lead our family, but let me give my 2 cents, because a lot of times, even when the man is making a wrong decision, when you as the wife remain silent when you know that it is wrong, you shut your mouth down the road. because the time that you should have spoken up, you let it go by. And so that those would be the times that you try to bring up an argument about this here matter that happened 3 or 4 months ago when you should have said something then.
You know, it's funny because when you say that, I do different. I have a tendency, like, if you did something and you made a decision and say we didn't discuss it, and then you discuss after you make it and the thing ain't go right, I don't say nothing but, hey, that's what you wanted to do. That's my words over, like, okay.
Latoya said, I think big decisions should be discussed, yes, but if every time I ask, you try and talk me out of it, and she said, I'll ask for forgiveness later. But you know what? There's just some things that
sounds like some whipping to me.
Yeah, there's just some things that, yeah, you should discuss. But if, like I said, if you allow someone to take your voice away, then you are surrendering all your rights. Because you just have some women that, oh no, he said he's going to do that, and even though I don't like it, I can't say anything. Like, why not? If you don't like it and you let him know that you don't like it, maybe he would come around and say, okay, so tell me what it is that you want to do. Well, because no matter what the situation is, if he's not saying to you, okay, tell me what you think, that's a selfish narcissist.
But you know what? Hold up. I look at this too also. If there's some women that's like that because maybe they've been brought up that way, old school. They've been brought up the way where that, in their family, they stay silent and the man make all the moves, all the decisions. You don't ask no questions. You do that.
There are some religions that do that. There's some women that right.
It's like, I don't say anything.
Well, I ain't gonna be that woman, because let me tell you something. It ain't gonna happen. Gorgeous Whale said, so what if the spouse don't follow through with your concern? You just pray. You know what? And you're right. That's when you pray. Pray on it. Pray on it. Like, you can really pray and ask God to soften his heart. You can really ask the Lord to soften.
Okay, and for all you people out there, that's the nice side, from the sister, you pray on it. Me?
The Bible tells you to pray on it.
And Sweet Lip Tate, cuss them out.
Let me tell you something. If you won't cuss somebody out every time something don't go your way, you are doing nothing but bringing conflict and strife into a marriage, and you are opening the door to allow the devil to come in and doom that marriage.
You can speak your mind.
You
Not
can
be all nice and sweet. You ain't got to say it all nice and sweet. Sometimes you got to let somebody have it.
No, let me tell you something. The times to me, the times when I would have to just stand firm and say no about something is when it's going to mess us up financially. And I have allowed you to do it one time before, and it was a disaster. The second time, you don't get to take me down. That's what I said. If you are with your husband or wife and they are going down a rabbit hole, and you know that they're going down a rabbit hole, you better let them fools jump in on their own, because I'm not about to follow you down no rabbit hole. Well, I can pray afterwards, but I am not going down there with you.
I agree. I agree. Hey, we know.
Oh, Gorgeous Well said, I don't cuss. You know what? I've been trying not to cuss.
Wait a minute.
But
hold up.
sometimes
I don't cuss. LOL.
Yeah, you know what? Sometimes, let me just tell you when the cussing is really about to come about with me. Like when I have used the softest tone, and you have taken that soft tone as I don't need to ask her anything else, or I can do what I want. After that, and I'm saying to you, and I am confronting you at this point, I am confronting you about the matter at hand, and you decide to look at me as if I was either dead or stupid. After that, the words that's coming out of my mouth, they will cut like a knife, they will cut like a two-edged sword. And and there are times that I had to tell myself, sit down and shut your ass up. I would have to say this to myself because I can just go on, and that's why you should not push someone to that point.
Well,
you should never take no one to that point.
I'll agree with the next one because my thing is, if you drag your feet, I'm just taking care of business.
Yeah, if you and that's me. And if I ask you to do something and you dragging your feet, you best believe I'm doing it on my own. I don't care if I got to call my brother, a cousin. It's gonna get done. I don't like that. I don't like being felt as if I don't wait on you, it can never get done.
Yeah.
Like if I say to you, I'll get around to it when I get around to it, and it's been past 3 days, you ain't got to get around because I already came around and got it done. Like I don't like that. Don't try to make me feel like I need to rely on you. And that's what I said. In different instances, you have to set that tone. And that is the reason why I said, do not lose your voice. Do not lose your identity, because those sometimes are the things that's taken for granted. People will tend to take that for granted. Your spouse can take that for granted. And then the next thing you know, like there's times when I'm doing something or saying something and I'm mad about something. And the first thing Big Jerry would say, what would God say? What would Jesus do? No, he don't. No. And when he knows that I'm mad, he goes, especially if I get to the point that I'm cussing, and he will, so you think Jesus would reply like that? You think he would be saying one cuss? And it's like, but I used to get mad, but I stopped getting mad because when it's all said and done, I look at it like it is the Holy Spirit bringing that subject to my mind and saying, really, if you call yourself living according to the word and you believe and stand on the word of God, that Jesus, when you read me one line where he turned around and cussed somebody out, you read me one line where he had turned around and he had lost his patience. And so when he does it, and when he said, first, I used to reply to, no, he just told me to cuss you out.
Right.
And so now I look at it like, you know what? Maybe it's the Lord saying to me that keep your tongue still. Keep your tongue still. And let the peace, let peace reign. Because what you are about to argue about doesn't even make any sense. He don't make no sense. And he's not where you're at yet. And so therefore, he still has worldly ways. And so the devil will always use him to go against you. So at that moment, I have to be like, oh, you know what, Lord, thank you. And not just be trying to just find things to do, trying to hold my tongue like, it's getting harder though. Boy. And then, I got to put my music in. You know what I mean? After I'm done praying, just like, I go, okay, let me just go to another place. So now when he goes, what would the Lord say? So this is how Jesus was acting. This is what you're online telling people. You know what I mean? So you have to realize a lot of times when you open that door for strife, that Satan will step in and do a number on your marriage or your relationship. Because if the more you worship God and it's only one of you doing it, the devil is always going to go to the weaker one. He will always use the weaker one against you. So that's what you have to remember, that the devil will always go to the weakest one. And the weakest one would be the one that has not taken that journey yet, that's not spending that time on the scriptures. You know what I mean? The ones that's not, even though sometimes like now he'll go like, oh, you praying? Oh, pray for the kids. Pray for the, you know what I mean? It's like, they're going to be praying for you in a minute. So I said, he knew I was going to cuss you out yesterday. He knew you was going to ask me this mess. Yes. Caleb said, hey, Jesus loves you and wants a relationship. Yes, Jesus wants a relationship with all of us. He is just wanting us to just mirror him and have the patience with people, because when you are dealing with a lot of people that is of the world and still, relying on their flesh, the lust of the flesh, it is when you open that door for these demonic spirits to play mind games with you and destroy your relationship. Because anytime that you are worshiping God, the devil does not like it. And what a lot of people don't realize and recognize is that a lot of things, the madness that's going on in your relationship, is because you done allowed some demonic entities into your home. And so, it's hard when you try to rely on your prayer and then you have someone coming at you. You're trying to stay out of the flesh, but yet Satan knows that if you start saying Jesus and praying to the Lord too many times, he got to go. He do. The devil's ready to run. He gonna go to somebody that's weaker, like, I'm gonna catch this heifer later. And then the next thing you know, he's trying to grab your husband or wife. He's trying to lead them to cheat, lie, steal, abandon that whole relationship.
Well, I agree with that.
Latoya said he's still working on me. He ain't done with me yet. Right.
That's what I say. See, he working on me. That's what I say. I ain't there yet.
But it's still a battle that we face. But look, if you build that marriage around the foundation of Christ, every marriage is going to go through something, but to me, you would know that it will survive better because God is going to answer the prayer, and he's not going to allow him or her to put more on you than you can bear. Because I do believe at some point, if the Most High have to sit that spouse down, he will sit that spouse down just as well as he will sit you down. He will sit you down for, only he knows how long he's going to sit you down for. And sometimes there's a shift in that relationship because he has to work on your partner. And then, believe it or not, sometimes whoever it is, like sometimes a man will just be like, you know what? I'm gonna let you go ahead and do this and lead here and lead there, because he already know he has failed. You have given him that opportunity, and sometimes God will just take that title away, and be like, you know what? You get your ass in that corner and sit down for a minute. I'm gonna give it to her, and you go ahead and handle, but you wait for me. And that's where we fall short at, because when we take something to the Lord in prayer, a lot of times we don't wait to hear. We don't wait to hear back from the Lord. We start trying to do things on our own, and it just turns into a bigger disaster because we didn't wait. Marie said, so I'm cussing folks out today, but not my husband. One thing I can say, I have never in 15 years we've been together had a yelling match. Yeah.
Who said that?
Toy. Yeah, that's true. Toy is not going to argue. Toy is not going to argue. I'm going to bed. Tell my uncle I love him, and I love you too, mommy. They'll be calling me mommy online. What's wrong with you? I'm Sister
Love you, good night.
I'm Sister Sledge. You'll be saying mommy. I don't give a hell who will. But yeah, a lot of times we just don't wait. We don't wait on the Lord. And that's why, to me, it is good to have, it's good if both couples can, she said your mama, if both couples, will learn the Bible together. But what I've come to learn, and I had to pull back from doing it, is like when I was trying to tell Big Jerry about the Bible, and then we get mad when he don't listen. We can't do that. That's not fair. If a person is not there, the Lord will bring them around.
Yeah.
The Lord will bring them around. You don't need to just force. You cannot force religion on someone. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
Toy said, the Lord told me to tell you, love thy favorite child even when you are alive. That their child of mine, guys. That their child of mine. But patience is a virtue in sustaining a healthy marriage. Marriage is a journey that involves navigating challenges. And that's what people need to understand. It is a challenge that you are navigating because
Yep.
now it's just not about you anymore. It's about you and that spouse. And you guys have to navigate that together, because I think the more you guys take the time to join as one, you will feel as one. You will not lose your voice. You will not lose your identity. He won't lose his. It's just that y'all coming together for the better.
Mm-hmm.
Gorgeous Well said, thank you for explaining. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. But, you know, at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, no one said that you will not go through difficulties and that you will not go through trials and tribulations. You definitely will in a relationship where two people are trying to understand one another. It's just the mutual respect and the patience.
I agree.
And the communication. And that
agree.
goes for the people that when you are dating, you're looking, well, some of us, except for my brother Sweet Lips, you're looking to take that dating into a marriage. And you have to fix it here in order for it to work here. But sometimes when you fix it here, you have to fine tune things when you get to the next stage, which is in that marriage, because sometimes I truly believe that we tend to take one another for granted.
Yeah.
Because we're always there for one another, and you know, through good times, bad times, ups, downs, whatever. You know what I mean? That person is always there for you to make it right, to bring it back to a mutual understanding. And sometimes that is taken for granted.
I agree.
Do not underestimate, because as much as the Bible, you know, when God puts a union together, you know, it is forever. But there are scriptures that will tell you when it is okay to divorce.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just being honest. If you are in an abusive situation and that person has not changed, but I always say that person did not become abusive in the marriage. That person was abusive before. And if you never corrected that situation here, how did you get married?
Right.
And sometimes that person never pulled it, again, taking you for granted. And now he feels like you're in a marriage, or she feels like, you know, I'm married to you. Now I can bust you upside your head. You know what I mean? Or you're not giving me what I want. So now I'm going to do this or that. Like I said, when it's all said and done, to me, from what I have seen over the years, a woman is 10 times worse than a man. And I'm just being honest. She is 10 times worse than a man. And sometimes she will do things so shameful that it's like, thank God we are all individuals and we all represent ourselves. Because some of the things that these heifers be out here doing, no. Let me tell you something. I'll say it again. A man gonna do what a man's gonna do and still be a man, and he would be wrong. A woman do it, you a slut, you're a whore, you're everything under, that's not even under God. You're everything that represents the devil. And I don't agree with cheating. Because I always say, for the ones that don't know, I say when you lay your head somewhere, that means you got a place to stay. There's some things that I can forgive, and there's just some things that I won't forgive. And that's just me, between me and the Lord. And he already know. You lay your head in somebody else's bed, but damn it, I'm bringing your clothes. That is just something that no, because I believe this. If there's something that I'm not doing, then tell me. Let me learn what it is, and that's what it's all about. Let me learn what pleases you, and let you learn what pleases me. Because anytime you got to go out that door to get that pleasure, we're done.
Right.
Because you could have schooled me, and if it was something that you want to do, and I feel like I'm not there yet, you're not about to pressure me. Again, pack your bags and leave. There's just some stuff that you're just not going to do.
That's understandable.
So, again, you have to take, yes, on cheating, gorgeous whales. I'm not going to, we can sit down and have this conversation, you know what I mean? But if you feel that you have to go outside that door, to me, that's a bond that is broken. And a lot of times you can forgive. The only time I would say that you should forgive a person is if you knowingly ran that person out. Because let me tell you something, it can get to the point that you will run a person off.
Yeah.
And when do you run them off? When you're not listening, you're not trying to compromise. You know what I mean? You have no empathy for their situation and everything, and you have known about that person. You continue to throw it in that person's face. Or you say that you forgave that person, and every time they turn around, you throwing it back to them. You ran that person out that door.
I agree.
You know what I mean? There are times that you have to take responsibility for your actions. But again, if you truly love that person, you are going to make it work. It's a give and take. It's no longer I, it's no longer me. It is we and us.
Yep. I agree.
So, let me see, bearing with one another in love. Marriage requires a deep commitment to love it and supporting one another unconditionally. Unconditionally. So if I can't cook, and you know I can't cook, then you cook.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about that one.
Or bring me into the kitchen. Let's cook some meals together.
Or buy some TV dinners.
No. Not the TV dinners, not all the time. But you have to be patient. Patience allow a couple to give each other grace and space to grow. And that's why I said you cannot lose your identity. You cannot lose your voice. But at the same time, you have to give each other space. You cannot sit up under one another. Like, that is cute when you first meet someone. But as the years go on, like, get up from under me, please. Let me breathe. Like, shit, let me just love on you on Tuesday and Wednesday. You know what I mean? I could just do my own thing. Sometimes you just have to compromise. You know your mate.
Yeah, it's true. You can compromise. At least 4 days a week. Give me 4 and you can have the rest.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. You know your mate. You know what their needs are. Once you meet those needs, then you guys should be able to just go do your own thing. Give each other that space, that breathing room, your room to just collect your thoughts and think about what it is that needs to be done. You know what I mean? You just start making plans. But if I just can't do it. Like I said, after 15 years, you got the right to start just shutting everything down. To work through difficulties with understanding and forgiveness, and to preserve times of trial and uncertainty. And if you see that your wife she's just coming from work, look like she had a hard day, take over. Don't assume like, okay, now here's the kids. Like, no, your husband come through that door and he's sweaty and he tired. Like, allow that man to sit down and unwind. Some women just go to your father, no, he just stepped in the door. Let him get a shower, give him a meal.
Same thing, man or woman.
Yeah, just give that person time to themselves before you just unleash these kids.
Person just work from home. It's still the same thing as work.
Exactly.
Yeah,
for real.
They work from home. Hey, they working 8 hours. Hey, when they get off, Give them some time.
Give them some
Just let them
time.
ride for a while.
Right. And then at least, have a meal prepared when they come in. Like a lot of times you're texting and talking on the phone, so you can already hear the exhaustion in the voice. And for the ones that work late, hell, put them kids to bed. Let him go in there and give him a kiss, and tuck him in, and on the weekends he can spend all day, all night. But at some point, you know what I mean? You have to recognize when you need to step up your role.
Right.
You have to step your game up. You cannot look at someone that's working 9 or 10 hours, maybe out the door or in the door, and all you can think about is take them because I had them all day. But at the same time, on your days off, don't go hang out with your friends. Stay home and watch your kids and give her a break and let her go do her thing.
Yep.
Or stay home and let him go do his thing.
Yep, I agree.
But like I said, it's always knowing where you are needed and fulfilling that. Because I think a lot of times that's where we get it wrong. When we're just trying to put so much demand and you just feeling like, damn, I'm overwhelmed and now I'm ready to cuss everybody out.
Yeah.
But how you handle that situation is how your child watch, and that is how your child will handle their situation too. Because like I said, a lot of times what we're going through is called generational curses.
Yeah.
And we take those curses
they see and hear everything.
Yeah, and we hand them down to our children. But the whole time when we were young, we would say, oh, when I have my kids, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do this and I'm not going to do that. And here we do the same thing. And then we wonder why we have these angry kids out there stealing and robbing. Because they learned it at home. They learned it at home. So guys, we are going to bear with one another. Let me just do this here, last one. Maintaining unity and peace in a marriage. Unity and peace are essential for building a strong and lasting bond between partners. Couples should strive to cultivate harmonious, supportive relationships, working together as a team, communicating openly and honestly, and resolving conflicts with respect and empathy. Maintaining the unity of the marriage through mutual understanding and compromise forces a sense of security, trust, intimacy between partners. So tomorrow, we will go through our, we will do humility, gentleness, patience, love, and unity in a marriage, but it's a whole different, the wording is totally different, and it's just something new added to it. So it is Sledge, and that is my little brother Sweet Lips, and we're going to get it to where Sweet Lips can come on. Oh, hi Morant. Morant said I'm back. Morant, you're back. We're on our way out, but we will be back come tomorrow. Guys, thank you, Gorgeous Wales. Thank you, Caleb. Thank you, Morant, for joining us. Thank you for your feedback. This was good teaching. I like the humor you all had. Thank you. We just try to keep it real. Like I said.
Thank you. We just try to keep it real. I got the lovely boys for you. No. Okay.
Yeah. But it's just, we're just trying to bring it. We did relationships earlier this year, and we were about to move on to children, but then the Holy Spirit had put on me, like, no, you stay on these marriages because it is what's important this day and time, in these dark moments that we are going through, that together we need to hold on to one another to pull through. But there are scriptures that I am given and that I am reading from that are the promises from the Most High in marriages. Well, that is it for us. And guess what, guys? We are out of here. We will see you guys come tomorrow. There's always tomorrow.